If you've been thinking that your exposure to loss is only the premium or close to it, stop it. Stop it now. Premiums are an excellent and widely used tool. However, accepting volatility, your real exposure is revealed in the spread, and spreads can vary significantly. In this video, I'll show you the numbers so you can decide for yourself. By the way, happy Independence Day. The internet is full of premium over spot conversations. Premium this, premium that, premium echoing around the room. Premium does have its place, no question about that. I consider premium all of the time. And I understand that premiums are an easy go-to when discussing precious metal investing. But I'm concerned that the continual emphasis placed on premium leaves out important information that would be useful to the bullion stacker. A deeper analysis is harder, and after watching this video, you'll understand why. Trust me, your headache should ease in an hour or two. Frankly, premium conversations seem to infer that if you would just buy the low premium product, someday you'll be able to sell your low premium holdings for spot, or very close to spot, and in the big picture, that is just not true. Not necessarily true anyway. Stay with me and I'll show you several examples. But first, let me ask you, do you find yourself making random gold and silver purchases just hoping everything will work out? Do you have a macro outlook but not a micro plan? Do you worry that you're making mistakes? Do you need a clearer picture of your stacking options? Well, cowboy up hard, because we're going to round up the tools you need to make those hard decisions. Just give me a moment to get off this dusty old gentleman rancher's hat into my well-seasoned Hannibal coin shop ball cap. Oh, there, that's better. Before you accuse me of being all hat and no horse, let me make it clear that I fall somewhere between the drugstore-ish faux cowboy and the bow-legged ranch hand. My wife and I own, and she operates, a ranch and riding arena set on about 50 acres just outside Hannibal, Missouri. My wife rides and gives lessons. I mostly watch, perched on a bale of hay, scratching the dogs and the cats. 71 years, a hip replacement plus a ruptured Achilles put an end to my days in the saddle. Now it's scratch a match for my pipe, scratch a dog, scratch a cat, sit back and enjoy. Enough said. I also own and operate the Hannibal Coin Shop. The small city of Hannibal is located on the banks of the Big Muddy, once home to world-famous author Mark Twain. It's my home now. We've been here since my father, God rest his soul, moved the family to Hannibal in 1965. It's a good community with solid leadership and a fine assortment of tourist-friendly Twain-related attractions. Come visit us in America's hometown someday, paint the fence, explore the cave, but be sure to visit the old coin shop while you're here. Now back to the information roundup. I'm going to stick to spot, retail, and wholesale in my analysis. These three generate premium and spread. Of course, there are other considerations. Your decision might also be influenced by the question of liquidity, availability, local preferences, and more. Let's quickly define 5 terms. Spot is the widely published bullion price per ounce. I use Kitco spot prices, but many others publish this information. Retail is the bullion dealer's published offer to sell price. Wholesale is the bullion dealer's published offer to buy price. Premium is the difference between spot and retail. Most people using gold and silver as an investment vehicle understand the role of premiums. An example of premium is silver spot is $30. But a silver product retails for $32. The premium is $2, or 6.66% over spot. The calculation is simply retail divided by spot equals premium. Got it? Good. And finally, spread, which is the difference between wholesale and retail at any fixed time. Spread allows you to see your opportunity cost for each different bullion vehicle. As an investor, you may be inclined to make your choice of gold or silver product based solely on premium. Please don't. Don't just assume that you'll be able to sell your bullion product back to the bullion dealer for spot. You might get spot on certain items, but usually it varies higher or lower. You may argue that premium over spot is shorthand and is close enough. I won't argue that, but I want a better tool. So, unless you plan on sitting on your stack until the end times, when your silver dime finally buys that loaf of bread, you still need to know that critically important piece of information: what is the spread? Now, to be fair, I do hear discussions of spread, but only in general terms. For example, I hear, my dealer will buy back these bullion coins for a little under spot. The subject is addressed and may be good enough for the item being discussed, but in my humble opinion, a more accurate handle on specific spreads will increase your chances of corralling only the best silver bullion investment options. No guessing. My advice is trust the spread. In this video, I'm giving examples of premiums and spreads drawn from my personal cheat sheet of almost 30 commonly held bullion investments. Please stay tuned until the end of the video, where I'll tell my subscribers how they can get a copy of my cheat sheet at absolutely no cost. These numbers will vary dealer to dealer, so please verify numbers in your own area. There are a lot of numbers ahead, so cinch that girth and get ready to ride. A quick note as we start to discuss these numbers. A 96% spread means you would give up 4% of your purchase price in the sell back to the dealer or wholesale transaction. An 80% spread means you would give up 20% of your purchase price at the time of sale back to the dealer. Both examples are present in the breakdowns below. The following entries are drawn from my personal premium and spread cheat sheet for gold and silver bullion. Where needed, I've used random date pricing. I'm assuming a fixed spot price for the purpose of a clean comparison. Please note that the examples are hypothetical in that they assume no change in spot prices between the buy and sell activities. With this constraint, that guarantees you that you would lose your premium, period. But it's just a mental exercise to see if one product performs better than another in a vacuum. In other words, it allows us to see if one product has a built-in advantage over another. Do not be concerned that every one of these examples shows a loss. The constraints that are built into this means it has to. First up, modern silver bullion. The Silver Eagle has a built-in loss of 8.4%. This shows up in my cheat sheet as a 91.6% spread. Not too bad considering what it is. But the high 16.9% premium plus the 8.4% built-in loss will put the Eagle at a disadvantage compared to other bullion products. But, like many other US Mint products, it's widely held anyway. The Canadian Silver Maple has a built-in loss of 8.9%. However, the 9.8% premium is lower than the American Silver Eagle. You pay a lower premium to get into the product versus the Eagle, but still lose 8.9% on the sell back to the dealer. Still, better than the Eagle from a strictly one-on-one investment return point of view. Moseying along, the Silver Round has a better premium at 4.8%, lower than both the American Silver Eagle and the Silver Maple. The built-in loss is only 7%, the best we've seen so far. But what about junk silver, constitutional silver, silver dimes, quarters, and halves? We know it's cheap and popular, so let's have a look. Junk silver has a very low entry point with a 2.1% premium, but the built-in loss is 10% on sell back to the dealer. From a strictly spread point of view, it has been outperformed by everything we reviewed so far, including the American Silver Eagle. If you're going to buy and hold junk silver until the end times and are actually looking forward to the zombie apocalypse, go for it. Drop me a note to let me know how it turns out. But if you plan to sell someday, the spread lets you know what the wholesale recovery of your investment might be and permits you to compare with other products. We've looked at some silver options. Subscribe and email me for our cheat sheet to get a look at the larger number of options. But now let's have a look at gold, starting with modern gold product. Although modern gold numbers speak for themselves, let me hit the highlight. The 1 ounce $50 American Gold Eagle has the best spread numbers in my entire chart. The built-in loss is only 3.4%. The premium is a low 3%. This is one of the bullion products that does buy and sell near spot. In the interest of time, I'm not going to discuss the 1 ounce world gold coin, other than to say that kangaroos, maples, Britannias, Krugerrands, etc. perform similarly to the $50 American Gold Eagle. They do also appear on my cheat sheet. Before selecting one of the world gold competitors over the American Gold Eagle, please keep in mind that the $50 AGEs are in far greater demand in the United States. How about the half-ounce American Gold Eagle? Of course, except for the lower purchase price, the $25 American Gold Eagle underperforms its 1-ounce brother. Still, its built-in loss is lower than any of the silver bullion products. The $25 AGE has a built-in loss of 4.7% and a premium of 6%. The quarter-ounce American Gold Eagle has a built-in loss of 6.1%. I don't feel overly concerned by the 9.4% premium because the spread is still reasonable. In fact, compared to the silver round with a built-in loss of 7%, the quarter-ounce AGE is a no-brainer. And the silver round is the fastest steed in the silver stable. Now, admittedly, to be prepared to buy a quarter-ounce gold, you're going to have to step up to the counter with 6.5 binges. And for almost exactly the same price, that $650 will purchase either a quarter-ounce American Gold Eagle or a tube of 20 silver rounds. How about the 10th ounce $5 American Gold Eagle? Sadly for many, this Gold Eagle has nearly the worst spread numbers on the gold side of my cheat sheet. It's particularly striking when you note that the only performers worse than the 10th ounce are the lower denomination pre-33 gold coin, but they carry a numismatic value above and beyond their spot gold value, which the 10th ounce does not enjoy. The 10th ounce AGE built-in sell back to dealer loss is 10.8%, and that's on top of a 14.5% premium. Ouch! Now I'm skipping the 1-ounce world gold coins, but they are in the cheat sheet. Almost as an afterthought, I've included the nearly 1/4 ounce vintage gold sovereign minted throughout the British Empire. The British sovereign has a built-in sell back to dealer loss of 10.4%, but a premium of only 4.1%. The vintage sovereign is in a different class in that the common dates, although over a century old, still surprisingly sell close to spot gold price. And there's a collector's market, especially in the Victorias. King Edward VII and King George V have sovereigns that are slightly less in demand than Victoria's. I think the low premium vintage sovereign is worth consideration and may deserve a small niche among your bullion holdings. I'd suggest avoiding the more contemporary King George VI and Queen Elizabeth II unless there's a significant discount, say just a tiny bit north of melt. Finally, a look at pre-33 gold coins. You would think it difficult for vintage collectible coins to compete with their modern pure bullion brothers, but some of them do quite well under bullion analysis. These common dates, all in very collectible AU condition. The spreads on the $20 double eagles are remarkably competitive with the $50 AGEs. Built-in loss is 5%, premium 2.9%. Impressive, right? The performance gap is slightly larger when comparing the $10 Eagle versus the $25 American Gold Eagle. The built-in loss is 6.7%, the premium a low 4.6%. But that's where it ends. The collector's value starts to overwhelm the bullion performance in the smaller $2.50 and $5 denominations, as well as the $5 and $10 Indian issue. Again, these are reviewed in the cheat sheet. If you're a subscriber and would like a copy of my cheat sheet, the one-page analysis of these commonly available gold and silver bullion products, email me and I will respond with a copy. There is no charge for subscribers, but I don't want to be sued, so my disclaimer is that you must verify the information to be accurate where you purchase your gold and silver bullion. The email address is Hannibalcoinshop@yahoo.com. That's Hannibalcoinshop@yahoo.com. If you've enjoyed the video, please like. If the content was worthwhile and you think you'd like to hear more, please subscribe. The information contained is for educational and entertainment purposes and should not be considered investment advice. Please perform your own research and due diligence. Contact an investment professional for personalized portfolio consultation, advice, and planning. For whatever reason you're stacking, keep on stacking. This is Hannibal Coin Shop signing off.